As part of a campus safety series, we've talked about where women feel unsafe at BYU and if BYU's safety resources work. In the final part of the series, reporter Allie O'Rulian talks about the underlying fear behind these issues. Allie, why do women often feel unsafe?
Well, in part one, I was here in the Heritage Hall's overflow parking lot talking to young women about how they feel unsafe walking home at night in fear of being sexually assaulted. But in fact, sexual assault rarely happens in these scenarios. It most often happens in places we're familiar with.
Women take certain daily precautions to stay safe. But there's one place that most people put their guard down: on a date. But first and second dates are a hot spot for sexual assault.
That's where it's happening, in the car, at an apartment, those areas.
Being in a car on an infamous Provo date, like driving up the canyon or parking up at the Y or at Squaw Peak, and being alone in an apartment while, say, watching a movie, creates scenarios where dates, most often men, perform sexual acts that are not consensual. This creates guilt and shame for the victim and feeling that it's their fault for going on the date in the first place. But sexual assault is not the fault of the victim, regardless of what they choose to do on a date. Lisa Levitt, the lead sexual assault advocate at BYU, says there's a lack of knowledge surrounding consent and safety.
We have a particularly naive population in this campus.
There are a couple points she says our society can improve on. First, consent needs to be more often and more adamantly taught. Second, people should be more wary of trusting dates, especially on dating apps. And third, we should be more willing to discuss sexual assault openly with each other.
There's a lot of power in peer-to-peer education.
BYU offers resources to victims of sexual assault, such as the Title IX office, sexual assault advocates like Levitt, and Women's Services.
If you are a victim of sexual assault and would like help, Title IX and Lisa Levitt are located in the Wilk. Reporting live in Provo, I'm Allie O'Rulian.
Thanks, Allie.